He made sure nobody recognized the original. The commercial rust converter products you see at every hardware store for $15 to $30 per bottle contain tannic acid as their primary active ingredient. Pull up the safety data sheet on any major brand rust converter sold in the United States, and you will find tannic acid listed right there in the chemical composition section. They take $3 worth of naturally occurring powder, dissolve it in petroleum solvents, pour it into a branded bottle with aggressive marketing, and sell it back to you at 10 to 15 times the actual cost. The chemistry inside that bottle is identical to what Roman blacksmiths used. The only difference is the label and the markup. The 1978 Consumer Product Reformulation Guidelines made the disguise even easier. Manufacturers gained the ability to list active ingredients under proprietary trade names rather than standard chemical nomenclature. Tannic acid became proprietary rust conversion compound, or stabilized iron chelation formula, or advanced oxide modification technology. Same molecule, new vocabulary, dramatically higher price point. Automotive dealerships pushed the concealment even further. Dealer-applied rust protection packages costing anywhere from $500 to $2,000 use spray on compounds that contain tannin derivatives blended with petroleum wax and mineral spirits. The tannic acid performs the actual conversion. The wax gives it that premium factory-applied appearance, and the price tag convinces you that you are receiving space-age technology. You have been paying luxury prices for a compound your great-grandmother extracted from acorns in her backyard. And nobody in the outdoor community has been hit harder by this suppression than campers and overlanders. Think about every piece of metal gear you own, every axe head that develops orange spots after one rainy weekend in the field, every carbon steel fixed blade knife that shows pitting after a single night of campfire humidity, every cast iron skillet that comes home from a camping trip with rust patches despite your best seasoning efforts, every steel tent stake that you throw away after 2 seasons, because the rust makes them too rough to drive into packed ground. Every vehicle frame on every overlanding truck and SUV that is slowly being eaten alive by road salt and trail splash. Rust destroys more outdoor gear than physical impact, trail abrasion, and ultraviolet exposure combined. And the permanent solution has been growing in the forest the entire time, waiting for someone to remember. Here is exactly what to do, and it is almost insultingly simple. Go to any grocery store, health food supplier, or online bulk retailer and purchase food-grade tannic acid powder. A 100-gram bag costs between $3 and $5 and treats approximately 40 square feet of rusted metal surface area. Measure 4 grams of tannic acid powder and dissolve it in 100 milliliters of warm water. Stir until fully dissolved. The liquid should turn the color of strong black tea. That is your rust conversion solution. The same fundamental chemistry the Romans used, the same formula the British Navy documented, the same compound the United States military deployed across 3 continents. Take a wire brush or coarse steel wool and scrub the rusted surface to remove any loose, flaking material. You do not need to sand down to bare, shiny metal because this solution converts existing rust rather than requiring you to remove it. Apply the tannic acid solution evenly across the rusted area using a cheap foam brush, a cotton rag, or a simple spray bottle. Within 10 to 15 minutes, you will watch the rust begin changing color from orange-brown to dark blue-black. That visible color shift is the molecular conversion happening before your eyes, as iron 3 oxide becomes iron 3 tannate in real time on the surface of your metal. Let the treated surface air dry completely, which takes approximately 2 to 4 hours depending on ambient temperature and humidity. Once fully dry, apply a second coat following the same process for maximum conversion depth and protection. After the second coat cures, the surface is ready to accept any top coat you choose: paint, oil, wax, rubberized undercoating, or polyurethane. The converted iron tannate surface actually bonds more effectively to paint and top coats than bare polished steel does. For camp tools like axes, hatchets, machetes, and fixed blade knives, apply the conversion solution and finish with a thin coat of boiled linseed oil or melted beeswax rubbed on with a cloth. For vehicle frames, wheel wells, and undercarriages, apply the solution and follow with a rubberized spray undercoating, or even a film of used motor oil. For cast iron cookware, apply a light coat of the solution to rust spots. Let it convert and dry. Then re-season the piece in a 350-degree oven as normal. 100 grams of tannic acid powder is enough to treat an entire full-size truck frame, a complete set of camp tools, and a full season of cast iron cookware maintenance. Total investment, $3 and roughly 45 minutes of your afternoon. Compare that to a professional automotive rust treatment service charging $300 to $800 for what is fundamentally the same molecular reaction, performed with a fancier spray gun. A mechanic working on trucks in rural Montana began documenting his tannic acid treatments on a 1997 pickup frame in 2019. After 3 consecutive winters of heavy road salt exposure, the treated sections showed absolutely 0 rust recurrence. 0 new corrosion after 3 Montana winters. Untreated control sections on the same truck frame developed visible new surface rust within 8 months. The chemistry does not wear off because it is not a coating sitting on the surface waiting to be breached. The rust itself has been molecularly transformed into the protective armor. Every civilization that worked iron understood this fundamental truth. Roman legionnaires knew it, standing over oak bark, tanning pits on the frontier of empire. Persian swordsmiths knew it, soaking blades in pomegranate water beneath desert stars. Japanese craftsmen knew it, brushing persimmon lacquer onto folded steel in candlelit workshops. West African ironworkers knew it, painting she bark extract onto machete blades before the rains came. Your great-grandparents knew it, boiling oak galls in a cast-iron kettle on the back porch every autumn. $400 billion in annual auto parts revenue depends on you never learning any of their names. $90 billion in yearly corrosion repair invoices depends on you believing that rust is an inevitable force of nature with no permanent cure. $15 bottles of rebranded tannic acid on hardware store shelves depend on you never once turning the bottle around and reading the ingredients list. But this knowledge did not disappear. It was priced out of your awareness, buried under marketing budgets, and hidden behind proprietary trade names. Chemistry does not care about brand strategy. Iron tannate does not expire, and oak trees have never charged a licensing fee. If this vault changed how you look at the rust forming on your axe head, your truck frame, your camp stove, or your cast iron pan, then subscribe and share this video now. Every single share puts a crack in the wall they spent billions building around knowledge that was never theirs to lock away. Every subscription keeps this channel digging deeper into the vaults they thought were sealed forever. The next vault opens soon, and what is inside is the one thing every camper throws away that could generate enough heat to survive a blackout.